Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome. Hello, my name is Terry, and welcome to my kitchen. So, today is Fitness Friday. Y'all, if this is your first time here for Fitness Friday, it's a real casual, fun day where we discuss fitness. I give everybody an opportunity to ask me, a personal trainer, questions that are fitness related. And then also, I come with a little topic or a little few things fitness related I'd like to discuss. So, first things first, make sure you like the video on your way in. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. So, we're going to get started. Let's see who's here in the chat already. We got Craig Lamar. He's saying hello. I think he says this is your first Fitness Friday. Well, we had a good time the last time. People liked it. I got a lot of good feedback about Fitness Friday. So hopefully we'll get some more good questions like we did last time. Glamorous D is here saying, hey there. Thank you so much for joining. Feel free to make yourself known if you're here watching in the clouds. Also, like I said, make sure you go ahead and like the video. All right, so we're going to get started. Don't want to take too much of your time. It's Friday. Y'all want to have a good weekend. So on the menu today, we are going to be making some chicken, blackened chicken. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I have this brand new seasoning. I used it the last time. What did I make? I used it on our seafood for the easy pasta dish that we did on Monday. I bought this Kinder's no salt blackened seasoning with cayenne and lemon. I got this from Sprouts, actually. There's no salt in it, so we can control, how much sodium we're adding. But I love Kinder's. If you've been here multiple times, you've seen me cook with this. Love Kinder's. It's a great product. It's very flavorful. And even the products that do have salt in them don't have a lot. So it's perfect for somebody like me. He says, no, not drunken this time. No, we've done a lot of drunken recipes lately. I feel a little too many drunken recipes. All right. So let me get started with the food. I want to go ahead and season up the chicken because it's going to sit here. We're going to cook our rice first. We're actually going to be using the pot that Z-Whiff got. We have our brand new pot. It's going to be the first time I'm using it on camera. I've used it already off camera. But yeah, this is the first time we're going to be using. Miss Peach Love says, welcome back. If you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you're new, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and tell a friend, or five for Fitness Friday. Okay, so my topic for today's fitness related topic is going to be real simple. Also, like I said, because it's Fitness Friday, along with Fitness Friday, it's like a question and answer type situation. So feel free to ask any fitness related questions. I want to be able to be a resource to you all on your fitness journey, no matter if it's to lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, lose body fat, all those things. I see Yvette is in the comments. I've already started touching my chicken. So hello, Yvette. I can't pull your comment up, but I did want to acknowledge you. So for the chicken, we're going to be doing chicken thighs. You actually can do any type of chicken that you like. So if you want to do chicken breast, you can do that. But I'm going to do chicken thighs. And ever since I made that Chipotle chicken and slicing the chicken thighs in like strips, I've been in love with how that cooks up. So that is how I'm going to cook these chicken thighs, or cut these chicken thighs. I'm going to pre-cut them. I bought these actually, y'all, with the skin on and the bone in, and decided to go ahead and butcher it. Because look, food costs so much money, y'all. The amount of money I have spent at the grocery store is wild. It's wild, but it's so worth it. So I'm cutting the chicken up into little strips like so. I got about 5 chicken thighs that I've already took the bone out, as well as taking the skin off. I see more people are in the chat. Once I'm done with my little chicken hands, I'm going to bring y'all's comments up. But thanks so much for joining. Feel free to announce yourself. Make sure you like the video, all of that, right? Okay, so today's fitness topic, while y'all think of questions to ask, I think I saw Craig left a question. We're going to talk about my personal fitness pet peeves. This might be a little bit of a petty topic. Actually, no, it's not, because I'm only going to give y'all 3 of my fitness pet peeves, and it's really not that bad. It's really more so an opportunity for me to educate the people on fitness and not to do it the wrong way. Like, there's so much information floating around online about what your fitness journey should look like, and what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. There's so much information that's out there that it can get very confusing, especially if you have a pretty big fitness goal. You know, it can be very daunting and be intimidating. And so you could just be like, you know what, forget it. If you were me, you'd be like, you know what, forget it. I'm just stay fat. Because there was a time where I was like, forget it, I'm gonna stay fat. Praise Jesus, I didn't stay fat. Okay. I had to take a sip of water. So I've already cut my chicken up into strips. Let's take this away. I'm going to wash my gloves, my glove hands, and then I'll bring up some of y'all comments. Today's recipe is actually going to be pretty simple, very easy, but extremely, extremely flavorful. I'm excited to show y'all what we're going to be doing with this rice. What we going to be doing with this rice today. Okay, y'all. Let me go back up. Yvette is here. Craig has a question. He says, do squats actually help? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Squats. So this is the thing. Squats are more of a quad dominant exercise. However, depending on your form, you can focus more on glutes. Men and women should have strong glutes. Strong glutes typically are going to be larger glutes, but your gluteus maximus is your largest muscle in the body, right? And so you want to have that muscle strengthened and pretty strong because it controls a lot. Like there's movements that help out, you know, it helps with your joints, your hip flexors and all that other kind of stuff. So you do want to build up your quad or your glutes, and you can do that using squats. However, I will say this, you don't have to do squats if you're looking to build your quads and or your glutes. There are other exercises that you can do. There are different variations of squats and modified versions of squats that you can do if you have issues with your joints or anything like that. So squats do help. It's just what you want them to help with. I'll just say it like that. All right, Smoke and Talk, he says, what's up? Baltimore is in the building. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, everybody's speaking to everyone. Thank y'all for being engaged. Uh-oh. I see we're going to struggle stream today. Do squats work? Have you seen them legs? Just saying. Yes, you know, my legs, they cool. Let's see. Oh my God. Cute dress and romper. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You like the mic and we can still hear if I go off camera. Well, thank you double time because you're the one who bought it. All right. So for our seasoning for this chicken, we're going to be using the Kinder's Blackened seasoning. Like I said before, this one does not have salt in it. So feel free to use it liberally. It does have cayenne pepper in it. So that will cause it to be spicy. However, I can tell you from when I had it on the seafood on Monday, it really is not that spicy. So I'm going to put a nice amount of this on our chicken. Again, because it's salt-free, this isn't our salt source. This is going to provide a lot of flavor and also color. It's going to give us that blackened look that we want. Okay, this seasoning is all caked up a little bit. All right. Also, what I'm going to use on our chicken is some green seasoning. Y'all know I love my green seasoning. Okay. So just a little bit, not even a full tablespoon. The um I don't want the herbs and stuff to kind of burn when we cook it. So just a little bit, just to kind of get a nice little herbal taste. I'm going to add in a few drops of liquid smoke. Liquid smoke is a great product to use if you want to add some smokiness to your food. Because we're doing like a blackened chicken, I figured that smoky element would taste really, really good. Make us feel like we grilled the food without having to be on the grill, you know? So just a few drops of that. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of the no salt lemon pepper seasoning, just a little bit, just to add a little hint of citrus. And then for our salt source, we're going to be using some adobo seasoning. I like the Badia brand because it doesn't have MSG in it. And so it's a little better for us. Let me see. This has like a fair amount of sodium in it. Also some other spices and things of that nature. So I'm just going to mix this all together. I think I saw a question. Make sure you like the video. Miss Peach Love says, like the video. How important is cardio? Cardio is extremely important, actually. Confession, I don't do as much cardio as I need to. However, I am always putting that on my to-do list every week and always trying to implement some type of cardio. Cardio, number one, is good for cardiovascular health. We need our hearts to be healthy. We need our lungs to be healthy, all of that stuff, right? So, number one, you want to do cardio to keep your heart healthy. Also, cardio is a great way to build stamina and endurance. And I'm not just talking about endurance and stamina in other places, just period, especially when it comes time to like lift weights. Something that a lot of people don't consider is like their muscular endurance. How many reps that you can go. Yeah, the weight can be heavy and you can be like, oh my God, but you will not fail as soon if you build up your muscular endurance. And so one of the ways to do that is implementing some form of cardio in addition to like plyometrics and things of that nature. Anything that's going to get your heart rate elevated in addition to using your muscles. So like cycling is amazing because it requires a lot of muscular strength to cycle. Running is another form of cardio that's really, really good. If you're not a runner, I am not a runner. Walking on the treadmill at a high incline is another way to really work the muscles as well as getting your heart going. Okay. Cardio is very important. No matter what your fitness goals are, you should be doing cardio. However, depending on what your fitness goals are, that's going to determine how much cardio. So just if you want to lean out, you're going to do more cardio. If you're looking to maintain, you'll just do a fair amount of cardio. If you're looking to bulk, which is to build muscle, you want to reduce the amount of cardio that you're doing. But that does not mean you have to keep it. You have to not do cardio. Also, I will say this from personal experience. When bulking, it is a great idea to continue to do cardio because bulking is you're eating more calories when you're trying to gain muscle. Unfortunately, you're going to gain body fat in addition to muscle at the same time. You can keep down the amount of body fat that you gain if you do cardio, especially if you're one of those people that tend to gain a lot of body fat. So, just want to be mindful of that. But I'm going to always tell everybody to do cardio. If you're an adult, if you are a person over the age of 30, you for sure need to be getting up and moving your body. Okay? Cardio and weights. Yes, I hate cardio too. So today I'm going to be talking about my fitness pet peeves, y'all. I only have 3 that I'm going to share with y'all. And like I said, the reason why I wanted to go over this is just to kind of have like a little fun topic to talk in regards to fitness, but also kind of to give y'all some guidance if you need it. While I'm talking about my first pet peeve, I'm going to be dicing up some vegetables. We're going to be making like a seasoned rice. This rice is going to have the vibes of like Jollof rice. So We're going to be using like tomato paste. We're going to be using a few of the seasonings that you may find and ingredients you would find in a jollof rice, but it's not jollof rice. Don't come for me. The Africans, the Nigerians, and the Ghanaians, y'all ain't got to come for me. This ain't jollof rice. It's just giving those vibes, okay? And I just feel like it's a nice way to kind of introduce, different types of flavors, different cooking methods to make your food fun. A part of this rice, I'm calling it a seasoned vegetable rice. I'm just going to put in a whole bunch of vegetables. I got some peppers, some sweet peppers. I also have a red onion we're going to use to cook that. I have some frozen peas and carrots, and then also broccoli we're going to be cutting up too. So lots of veggies. It's going to be real good. It's going to be real good. All right. So my first fitness pet peeve is the over reliance on the scale as well as the BMI chart. So in regards to the BMI chart, keep in mind also, I want y'all to know what? Oh, sorry. That was a potential new client texting me. I'm like, who is this? Okay. So the BMI chart, I'm gonna just keep it real. It's not an accurate way to track your health and fitness. The BMI chart literally goes by your weight, your height, and your gender. That's it. It doesn't take anything else into account, body composition, like nothing. It's just your weight and your height. And I checked my BMI this morning because I wanted to prove a point. I already knew it, but I wanted to prove a point. According to the BMI chart, I am obese right now. And even at my lowest weight, I was still considered overweight. Now, keep in mind, my lowest weight was like 160. I was about 17% body fat, y'all. That is extremely lean. That is really lean for a woman, number one. Number two, for me coming from 300 pounds to 160 and being only 17% body fat, bruh, like I look like a completely different person. So one thing that the BMI does not take into account is body composition. And your body composition is literally what your body made of. How much fat, how much lean muscle mass. And when I say fat, I mean body fat, how much fat, lean muscle mass, all that kind of stuff, right? Many of us, and when I say us, I mean Blacks, African Americans, even Africans from Africa, we're very muscular people naturally. We have a lot of muscle on our body. You'll see a lot of women having thick legs and round backsides. Most of that is because, not all, we be having some fat up in there too, but most of that is due to larger hamstrings and quad muscles, larger glute muscles. You'll see a lot of men, a lot of Black men with wide backs and broad shoulders. That is due to lots of muscle within the deltoid region, which is your shoulders and your back. So like it doesn't take into account of all that. And so despite the fact that I don't know what my body fat percentage is right now. It's higher than I want it to be, but it's still less than where I'm concerned. I think it's about like a third. I might be around 30%, which is kind of high for me and what I want. But considering the fact that I'm less than 30 or about 30% body fat, I work out regularly. I have over 75 pounds of muscle on my body. How am I considered obese? Obese should be considered anything more than about 40 to 45% body fat, because at that point, your body is working overtime to do what it needs to do. And so that goes into my next point of over reliance on the scale. Yeah, I'm from the train of thought that unless you're a really tall woman, most women don't need to be over 200 pounds. However, not every woman can be 150 pounds either. Because I can tell you, me at 150 pounds would look kind of disgusting. I'm going to be honest. So it doesn't take into consideration, like I said, your body composition, your body makeup, how your body is even digesting food, like all of that stuff. So I wouldn't be too caught up on your body mass index, and I also wouldn't be too caught up about what the scale says, the big number. What you need to be more concerned with is your body composition. So if you have access to a doctor who has like an in-body machine or one of those like body scanners that gives you a breakdown of how much body fat in relation to your lean muscle mass, how much water you're holding. It also will give you like a composition of how your body is made up, where your muscle is in relation to where all of your fat is, all of that, right? That's what you should be looking into. That's what you should be more concerned about. Granted, yes, we all want to be at a certain weight. You know, we have a magic number in our head. Even I do. Even knowing all of this in my head, I'm still like, I want to be. Actually, today I don't know how much I want to weigh, but most days I have a weight in my head. So we all have that, but keep in mind that is not an indicator of health. Okay. And this is why I don't like people, or I don't like when people emphasize the scale too much, because okay, I can lose 50 pounds if that was my goal. I wanted to lose 50 pounds. And let's say, or I have a client that says she wants to be 175 pounds and right now she weighs 225. Okay, we can lose that weight. But like, would it, if you still over 40% body fat, your heart is still working way over time. And that leads into the highest cause of death for Black women, which is heart disease. How do you know when it's time to add reps / the amount of time you're exercising? So a good rule of thumb is when you're working out or when you're doing weightlifting, you should be you should be pretty much struggling to get your last few reps. Not that it's impossible, especially if you're a beginner. Not that it's like you can't push it up, but it should be burning and it should feel like, oh my God, like I have to stop. If you are doing 4 sets of whatever or 12 reps of whatever exercise and you're able to just push through and you done, that's not doing anything. At that point, you need to either increase the weight or increase the reps. You should always have a struggle towards the end of your set, period. If you don't, it is time to increase the weight and increase the reps. And you can do one or the other. A lot of, honestly, it really, when you're building muscle, some people, they live by low weight, high reps. Some people live by low reps, high weight. It really just depends. There's no one way. Fitness, y'all, you can do fitness so many ways. It's really about like how your body responds to things. Okay, these are good questions. While doing cardio, heart rate, where should it be? Heart, that's going to be very specific to you. Um, there's actually a test, I think, there, or a thing that you can push, but that's very specific to you. I will say this. I'm about to be petty when I say this, and she's going to know why I'm about to be petty. When you're doing cardio, y'all, the point is to keep your heart rate elevated so that you can work your heart and get your heart pumping, get the blood flowing in your body, right? Like this is pushing your heart and your lungs to its capacity, or not maximum capacity, but this is how you're building endurance. So please make sure when you're doing your cardio, you are not resting, you are not stopping too much, because the more, and this is also when you're working out too, you want to keep up the intensity, because the higher your heart rate is, the more calories you're burning. The more calories you're burning, the more likely you're going to be burning fat or keeping fat off and keeping your body from retaining body fat. So it's all works together. You want to maintain the intensity also, because it's going to help build your endurance and stamina. And that is what we want to do, both in the gym and outside. We want to have great endurance, right? Hello, everyone. It's a nice day here in Cincinnati. My daughter wants to do something. I'll catch the replay. Oh, I don't like to be in my chart. You're healthy and strong and good looking. Thank you, Derek, for joining us today. Thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great afternoon with your daughter. She is lucky to have you as her dad. All right. All righty. Can't stand the BMI chart. Yeah, everybody obese, child. Everybody obese. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Oh my God, Glamorous D. This literally goes into my next pet peeve. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to answer this question while I talk about my next pet peeve. So, my second pet peeve, because I'm going to do three, is what is it? Overly, I wrote it down. Overly restrictive diets, as well as overly restrictive and unrealistic diets and workout plans. So let's talk about diets first, or nutrition plans. That's what I like to say. I don't like to say diets because diets kind of give that perception that there's an end date, and there's never an end date to fitness, because fitness can just turn into you maintaining your health. Fitness can be you gaining muscle, losing body fat, whatever, but it can always change into something. And you should never give up on fitness. It's not an end date. It's just something we do to maintain our health. That's my little rant on that. But at the end of the day, the reason why I don't like overly restrictive diets, the reason why I really don't like intermittent fasting is because it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. Will you need to have some level of restriction when you're looking to lose weight or even gain muscle? Because you need to eat a certain way to gain muscle. So will you have a level of restriction? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hands down, there are going to be sacrifices that you have to make nutritionally when you have a very specific goal. However, that does not mean that those things are just completely taken away from your diet or nutrition. One of the reasons why I have an issue with intermittent fasting is because it gives a very it it gives you literally a short amount of short window of time, sorry, to be able to eat all of your food. The If you know how many calories and macros you're supposed to get in a day, and you're able to get them within that short window of time, there's nothing wrong with adding intermittent fasting into your lifestyle for a short period of time. Maybe you want to kickstart your fitness. You've been out the gym, you've been eating like crap, and you're like, okay, you in your head, you want to detox, which that's another live. I don't like the word detox either, but we'll get into that another time. But let's just say in your head, you just want to kickstart your brain, your body, your metabolism, everything. You're like, you know what? I'm going to intermittent fast. I'm going to do like a 16-8. I'm going to fast for 16 hours a day and give myself an 8-hour window to eat. If you can guarantee that you're going to get all of your calories and your macros within that 8-hour period, I say do it. Only do it for maybe about a month, 4 to 6 weeks, 8 at the most. That's really pushing it, and then leave it alone, because you're not going to be able to sustain that. I mean, unless you're a hermit who never goes outside and you always sleep the same way, the same hours every single day, you're not going to be able to sustain intermittent fasting. Not forever. Because if you up late, you hungry. The reason why people, when we go to the club and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we talk about, man, I'm hungry, dog, you still up, you just burned a bunch of calories. Your body is saying, feed me. Okay. That's why you eat after the club. So like, let's say you go out one night, you just gonna not eat, starve yourself, have a headache, deprive yourself of food. If your body is telling you it's hungry, 9 times out of 10, it really is hungry. If your body is really giving you those cues. So eat when you're hungry. You don't have to eat within this short amount of time to lose weight. There's nothing, your body doesn't know what time it is. Okay. So if you eat after 6 o'clock, your body not be like, uh-oh, it's 6 o'clock. Everything you've put in my inside of me, I am storing it as fat, and you about to be 1,800 pounds. No, your body's not saying that. Now, should you eat and then go to bed? No. You definitely want to make sure that you eat within a nice amount of time so that your body can digest the food. However, that doesn't mean that if you eat late, all bets are off. No. General rule of thumb, try to eat like 2 hours before, at least 2 hours before you go to bed. But for the most part, and even if you do have to eat something late at night, try to eat protein. Protein is least likely to turn into fat out of all the things that you can eat. So yeah, carbs and of course healthy carbs and fats will turn into fats, of course. But protein, it'll break down the way it should, unless your gastro system is messed up. So yes, I don't like very restrictive diets or nutrition plans and workout plans. And like I said, the reason why is because they're not sustainable. Just a little quick little story time. When I was in the thick of my weight loss journey this last time, my trainer basically had me on a bodybuilder's diet. So I literally was eating like well, depending on what it was, I think we started with like 4 meals a day to 6 meals a day. The meals were so boring. It was just the same old thing. I mean, I made it better because I know how to cook. And so I added flavor, very creative ways, which is one of the reasons why I do this channel. But like my diet was extremely restrictive, y'all. Like super, super clean. That's why it pisses me off. Another pet peeve, not on this list, but it pisses me off when women say, "Oh, I don't want to lift too many weights because I don't want to be bulky." Excuse my language, but look, bitch. This is the thing. If y'all knew how much it takes to be able for a woman to actually have like muscle definition, then you'd probably slap every woman you hear say that. It requires your body to be at a very minimal body fat. In order to do that, you have to eat in a very specific way to lose body fat and retain as much muscle as possible. It's really hard to do that, y'all. It's not easy at all. So, you know, it's also not sustainable either. Like that's why you have so many people in the bodybuilding industry that stop after a while. So many women who have to stop because it can get a little unhealthy. It's not healthy actually. Bodybuilders are not they are not the face of health because all the things you have to do to get there can wreak havoc on your internal system. So super restrictive diets, they're not a good thing. A lot of times when you're losing weight super fast and you're being really restrictive, the moment you start eating that stuff, introducing it back into your diet, you start to gain the weight, which I experienced. And then also like you are also at a point where now your metabolism is a little messed up off. Your hormones can be a little jacked up, especially for us women. So it becomes an issue. If it's something that's vital to, like, let's say you have a milk allergy. All right, you're not going to eat dairy. Fine, whatever. Let's say you're allergic to chicken. Okay, you're not going to eat chicken. Let's say that it behooves you medically to not eat any animal protein. Then at that point, your protein levels are going to be dramatically reduced based on the limited amount of protein that you can eat. However, you still need to get protein. So you have to be very mindful of how you can get that protein in. So, yes, you might have to restrict some things based on your health or just based on how your body digests the food. But for the most part, you should be able to eat the same foods, possibly prepared differently. Y'all see me cooking chicken all the time, all that stuff. I eat the same stuff. I just think of it in different ways, and that's how I prepare it. Let's see. Yes, the pump, the muscles groups, your work. Oh, Craig. Are there many exercises that don't involve bending the knee? In regards to legs, no. Most of the leg exercises do require bending the knee. However, depending on like the limitation, there are different things that can be done to help build the muscles around the knee so that the knee can be strengthened. I have worked with people with knee surgery that have had knee surgeries. I had a client that had a knee replacement. Y'all, pat on my back, because when she first started working with me, her mobility was just not there. Like it was really hard for her to do very basic movements, basic exercises. She couldn't really bear much weight with her legs. Like I would put her on the leg extension to just work her. I couldn't even do that. We had to start with like bands and very low weights. And over time, things just started progressing. She noticed her walking being better, like her legs are more strengthened. Even her knees weren't bothering her as much as they had before. It was a lot. It was a lot of different changes. So, will you experience, if you have some knee issues, will you experience a little pain while bending and flexing the knee? Yes, you will. If the pain is something to where it affects your mobility and like you feel like it's excruciating, then you should stop. However, you will experience some level of pain when you're exercising. And in physical therapy, they will still make you kind of push through that pain because you need to build the muscles around your joints and whatnot so that they work better. That's just period. So to answer the question, no, there's not many exercises, leg exercises that you can't bend the knee, but there are different alterations that you can do or variances that you can do to minimize like the stress and impact on your knees. All right. So yes, y'all are asking some great questions. So I have cut up my broccoli florets. I just want the tops of the broccoli. So I'm trying to cut up all the little, oh shit, all the stems. So I'm just doing that. And then I'm going to go over, oh, that was a really good cut. That got all of them. Y'all, like I said, we're going to have a lot of vegetables in this rice, but it's going to be really, really good. I'm excited. Like I said, it's going to give like Jollof rice vibes. Okay. All right. So, my last pet peeve, and then we're going to be knee deep into this rice because we're almost done cutting up everything. So, my last pet peeve is, and I've been kind of talking about it already, but I'm just going to harp on it. You'll probably hear me talk about this dang near every Fitness Friday. I really hate y'all when people like neglect nutrition. Like it's something that works my nerves. Even as like a big girl trying to figure out this fitness life and like lose weight and all that kind of stuff, I knew from the very beginning that like what I ate mattered. So that's one of the reasons why I found myself trying out all the different diet options. I've done keto, I've done whole 30, I've done everything, y'all. I tried it all trying to figure out because I'm like, I need to figure out a way that I can eat, but like still be able to maintain everything. It was just a mess. But at the end of the day, hi, Mona. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. She's reminding everybody to make sure you like the video. But at the end of the day, y'all, you cannot outwork a shitty diet. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't sit here and think, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and do 45 minutes of cardio because I ate a cupcake. Like, that's not going to do anything because guess what? You're going to do the same thing next week and probably the week after that. And then the week after that, you're probably going to add in 2 cupcakes. Okay. You have to really focus on changing your mindset about food. You have to. Nobody wants to admit it. Very few people want to admit it, but we all suffer from some level of emotional eating. Okay. We get mad, we eat. We get sad, we eat. We're happy, we eat. Like food is a part of our culture. It's a part of everyone's culture. So yes, 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 yes. You're going to eat and you should eat. But when you have very specific goals, you got to eat for them goals. I'm sorry, you do. You have to eat for your goals. It's not about taking everything out of your diet, but it's recognizing that, hey, certain things are better for my body than others. That's number one. Number two, I have a specific fitness goal. And so because of that, it's not so much that I have to completely stop eating everything that I love or enjoy. However, I need to manipulate the amount of calories and macros that I am inputting in my body so that I can meet this goal. Eating that cupcake right now may not be the best thing for me. But that don't mean I can never have a cupcake. I'll allow myself to have a cupcake here and there because you know what? I like cupcakes and they taste good. Yes, you eat for fuel, but don't ever underestimate why our food has to taste good, okay? So, there's nothing wrong with you that you like sweets. We all like sweets. I love cupcakes and brownies and cookies. So, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have a goal, eat for your goal, okay? Eat for your goal. And then once you reach your goal, recognize what it took for you to get there and figure out how you can enjoy life, be able to have the things that you enjoy eating here and there, but also be able to maintain where you're at with that goal. All right. So I have some red onions I just chopped up. I'm going to chop up a little bit more because this is going to start our rice. I'm about to say jollof. I'm not making jollof, but it is giving the vibes today. Thank y'all so much for all y'all questions. Those are all of my pet peeves, y'all. So if you want to continue asking fitness related questions, you can do so. You can ask me anything, even about, because I know I've had people ask me this question before, and maybe I'll just go ahead and answer it now. I've had lots of people ask me, like, what should they look for in a personal trainer? And I think that's a very good question because fitness is a very personal journey. Like your therapist, you should be able to trust your therapist, your trainer, like you trust your therapist, because they really do have a piece of your life in their hands. They're guiding you to reach a very important milestone in your life, a very important goal. So you don't want to just work with anybody. So when it comes to working with a personal trainer, of course you want to work with somebody who know what they're doing, right? So they definitely should be a certified personal trainer. It shouldn't just be somebody who woke up one day and said, oh, I'm going to start training people because I know I lifted weights in high school because I was on the football team. Okay. My eyes were starting to water. Okay. Look at y'all speaking to each other. All right, y'all. While I'm going to start our rice, let me bring up, we've chopped all our veggies for the most part. I got some garlic we're going to chop. This rice is not going to take long. We're going to start it on this burner here in our new pot from Z Wift. So we're going to start it here. It didn't come up. There we go. We're going to start it in our pot on this cooktop, and then I'm going to transfer it back there, and then we're going to cook our chicken. Remember, we sliced our chicken in little strips. So it's not going to take long to cook at all. I am so excited about this rice, y'all. I am so excited. But yes, your trainer, you should be able to trust them. Oh, let me get some garlic. I'm just going to chop up a few big cloves, a rough chop. It's a family affair today. It is a family affair. I have both my sisters in the chat, y'all. Shout out to them. I was trying to get my brother to join, but I think he's at work today. I'm pretty sure he works this hour. So I'm just heating up the stove or the cooktop. I'm going to start with putting our onions in there to kind of saute those. Then I'll add the garlic. Then we're going to add, so our tomato source is going to be, we're going to be using tomato paste. This is the reason why I said it's going to give like jollof vibes, because I'm adding like a tomato element. But jollof is made with like peppers, tomatoes. What they be putting in there? Peppers, tomatoes. The Nigerian version from my friend. He gave me red onions. That's what you all blend up with. Oh, and then you can like, oh, okay. Maybe I should do that one day because now I'm getting hungry. If y'all haven't had African food, y'all should try it. Y'all should definitely try it. I see Glamorous D has a question. Let me add this olive oil to get things started. So this particular pan is great, y'all. I don't need a lot of oil. Y'all see I'm using my bowls from Mr. Gaines. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just gonna let these saute up a little bit. Once they start getting translucent, then I'm gonna add the garlic. All right. Glamorous D, thoughts on as seen on TV fitness products, i.e. ab roller, shake weight. Most of them are garbage. Most of them are garbage. And honestly, like the ab roller, no, that's like a very specific ab exercise, but it requires a lot of core strength. So if you ain't never did a bunch of abs, if you have a weak core, don't buy that because you're going to fall literally on your face. But like all of that other stuff that's literally like you just sitting down and it's just moving that shit, y'all, that stuff is so stupid. Look, y'all better have me start. I'm about to get too free with my mouth. I don't want to have a potty mouth today, but look, it is so stupid. Don't waste your money, y'all. Do not waste your money on these like gimmick products. There are some amazing at-home products that you can buy, but they typically come from like real exercise companies. One of my clients actually has just adding the garlic. One of my clients has a dang, what is that called? It has like the cables and you can like change the weight. Oh Lord, now I can't think of it. But that machine, I was skeptical, but I went to her house, trained her there one day, and then also trained myself. That thing was, I was like, okay, if you have limited space but still want to be able to do some level of like strength training, that's actually a good little purchase. I'm here for that. Girl, aren't they ridiculous? Aren't they so ridiculous? Oh, this smells good, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and add in our tomato paste. I have about 6 ounces of tomato paste from the little can. So I'm going to put this in here and try to incorporate this very well into the peppers, or I'm sorry, the onions and garlic. We kind of want to cook the tomato paste a little bit. This is similar to when I think that was my very first live. It was when I made the Indian style curry. I did something similar. Used tomato paste to get that tomato flavor. We didn't add a lot of oil. So one of the things that if we were making like a jollof rice for real, because we would still use tomato paste for that, I would have like a lot of oil in here to basically fry the tomato paste. But we ain't doing that, y'all. We cooking for health. I'm not frying no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'll add in maybe a little bit more olive oil. Just a tiny bit. And that's it. Like we don't need a bunch of oil. And again, this is literally how I make what I like to eat. Very tasty food with, different flavors. This is how I make it healthier for me. Not the Bowflex. Let me see if I can Google it. It's not the Bowflex. Let's see. At home cable. Oh, dang it. It was about to come up. Darn it. I can't type, y'all. Max, go sit down. He stayed trying to come up in here too. Tonal. I found it. The tonal machine. Y'all, that machine is actually pretty cool. It's really, really cool. All right. This is cooking up nicely. Getting a little char at the bottom, just slightly. That's flavor. Caramelizing that tomato paste a little bit. You don't want to burn it, so be mindful. All right. So for our rice, I actually am going to be using basmati rice. I have 2 cups of basmati rice that I've already cleaned. Make sure when you're making your rice, especially for this particular dish, you want to clean your rice to get off that extra starch so that it doesn't end up clumpy or anything like that. I'm going to add in a little bit of green seasoning into the rice as well. Add in some extra herbs. You can put, you know what? Let me just finish this. I'm gonna put the rest in here. Yeah. All right. So I have 2 cups of basmati rice. This particular package says you cook the basmati rice 2 to 1. So for every 1 cup of rice, you're going to use 2 cups of liquid. For our liquid, we're going to add in, I'm going to start with unsalted chicken stock. I don't think I have 4 cups worth of it, but it is fine. Once we add our liquid and get our, okay, so that's 2 cups. Adding in the liquid, we're going to add in another 2 cups, but I want to incorporate this tomato paste in here. Once I get all the liquid in, then I'll start adding the vegetables and we'll season it up, taste it, see what it's missing, and then we'll add the rice. And I'll put it on the back stove, on the stove here in the back, and let it do its thing. Already, this smells so good. This is going to be so tasty. Let's see. Not the Chuck Norris machine. Wait, did he make that? I can't remember. Let's see. Team Peterson in the building. Everyone, everything you cook looks so good. Men fall in love through our stomachs. Y'all do? You telling me y'all fall in love through your stomachs? I feel like that's a myth. Y'all fall in like through your stomachs. Not necessarily in love. All right. Let me see how much. We don't have 2 cups, but I'll definitely get most of it in here. Keep in mind, this chicken stock is unsalted. I'm going to add in, Max, go sit down. All right. So another 2 cups, because we have 2 cups of rice. So, and this is a 2 to 1 ratio, 2 cups of rice per 2 cups of water per 1 cup of rice. All righty. Looks like our tomato paste is fully incorporated. So now I'm going to add in my veggies. These are my peppers and what is this? Broccoli. I'm also going to add about a cup of peas and carrots. Now you can add in whatever type of vegetables you like. You don't have to use the veggies that I'm using, but I like peas and carrots. My daughter, we both like that. And we like plenty of peppers and broccoli. So feel free to add whatever types of vegetables you like, but we definitely want it to be like hearty with vegetables, okay? I might add a little bit more water. Keep in mind, you may have to add in more water once you put your rice in here, but we'll test it out and see if we need more rice or more water. Now it's time to season. What type of dog is Max? Max is a whole mutt, okay? I rescued Max from the pound here We've had Max. Maxie, how long you been here? My sister's gonna make fun of me because she says I'm always asking Max questions, but that's my homie. So we've had Max since 2019. So what's that? 4 years? Maxie, it's on me almost 4 years. So Max is a mutt. They said he is a what did they say? A pug mixed with a chihuahua, but he does not look like a pug or a chihuahua. He has like an overbite, so his teeth kind of stick out. So he's a little funny looking, but that's my baby. I love my dog, y'all. He is an old man. He's about 10 years old. We got him when he was like 7 or 8, 6 or 7, one of them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to season our rice with is a little curry powder, y'all. So again, we're going to be putting in some of the seasonings that you would see in a jollof rice, but this is not jollof rice. We just, seasoning it up. So I added about a tablespoon of curry powder. Use whatever curry powder you have. I think this might be a Trinidadian brand. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm Jamaican, so I always have some type of curry powder in my house. All right. So next thing we're going to be using is some chicken bouillon powder. Max, chill out. He's so fake tough. So you could put about a tablespoon of bouillon powder because this is going to be our main salt source. It's also going to add in that chicken flavor into the rice as well because keep in mind we are eating this with chicken. I'm going to add in a little onion powder and garlic powder. And that's about it. We're going to taste it and see where it's at. Keep in mind we have all of our green seasoning in there. So all of the herbs from the green seasoning. We got some tomato. I like a lot of garlic. Tomato. The onions and the garlic. This is going to be so good. Oh. Oh, Lord. Y'all love Max, huh? Everybody love Max. Everybody love Max. Yes, my sister said he's a cute little old man. He is like an old man. He is. He is such an old man. Okay. Let me taste. And then I'm going to bring this temperature up so we can get. Ooh! Okay. I can taste that curry, baby. I'm going to add in some more chicken bouillon powder. I'm going to add in a little bit of this adobo too. Just a little bit. See? A little bit. All right. You want your rice to be nice and seasoned. So you can, when making rice, like it soaks up a lot of the flavor. So you want to season it to where it's not salty, but almost like just under salty so that you can make sure you get the good flavor. Okay. Unless you just put way too much salt, it takes a lot to make rice salty, or at least how I season my food. That's good. I want some spice in here. Let's add some spice. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add in, because I can't, y'all, my cabinet's crazy. I'm going to add in a little bit of Tony's, because it's not salty, y'all. I'm being very conservative with the salt, because I really be watching how much salt. Lord, I'd be too scared to have salty food. Okay, you can start boiling now. All right, we're just waiting on this to boil. And then once it starts boiling, we can add the rice. And then we're going to put it on the stove. Let me turn the eye on. There we go. This is good. This is really good. All right. Any questions? Any more fitness related questions? I've given y'all my pet peeves. We got We have over reliance on the BMI and the scale, the BMI chart and the scale. Let's see, what else? Overly restrictive diets and workout plans. I don't know if I said the workout plans, but when it comes to working out, of course you want to, be able to maximize what you're doing, your fitness goals, all that kind of stuff. So yes, you do want to have like a good workout plan. You want to make sure you're incorporating not only cardio, but some strength training, all of that, right? But just the same as if when it comes to your diet, you have to be realistic with your fitness as well. Just in case we need some water. All right. We're going to add this rice in here. Then we'll check to see if we need some more rice. I'm going to let this come to a boil with the rice in here. Let the rice start to absorb the liquid. And then we'll put the top on. Ooh, baby. This is going to be so good. Oh, God. All right. I'm going to add in more water because I can see I need some more. I can tell. They say you can do like the little finger trick or the... All right. Oh my goodness, this looks so good, y'all. It smells amazing. All right, so I'm gonna let this keep boiling. I want the water to start absorbing. I want the rice to start absorbing some of the liquid. And actually what we're gonna do, a trick that you'll see with the Caribbeans and even the Africans, we're gonna put some foil on top so we can trap the steam in here. And then I'm gonna put the top on. That was gonna make sure that our rice cooks very nicely, gets nice and fluffy, but not overcooked. We definitely won't have overcooked rice because we don't have too much water. So this is gonna be so good. Yes, all them vegetables, ain't that nice? Look, if you have trouble getting your kids, your man, or your lady to eat in vegetables, I encourage you to implement it in very tasty ways. So like in spaghetti sauce, you can even like in spaghetti sauce, you can even blend up the vegetables to make it kind of thicker. That'll make the sauce thicker. You can add it to rice and casseroles and things of that nature. I'm not a big casserole person. My name is Terry, not Karen. So yeah, I'm not huge on casseroles, but it is a good way to add in vegetables and things of that nature. All right, this is starting to absorb well. Let me make sure this is hot, hot, hot. All right. I'm going to go ahead, put some foil on top. You can even use a plastic Walmart bag. You know, that's how the people use, the old folks would do it. They use like a little, bag, a shopping bag. Okay. I'm going to turn this off and just wrap your foil around the pot. Okay. As you can see here, I'm going to put this back here. Stove. We're going to turn that on low and let us do its thing. All right. Now it's time to cook our chicken. That's going to take about 10, 15 minutes to cook, if that. It's really just the rice. The vegetables are already cooked. I like cooking rice with vegetables, frozen vegetables, because you don't have to like saute them or anything. And even fresh vegetables, just throw it in there. And like the steam and the cooking process of the rice, the veggies will still have a nice crunch, but they'll be cooked. Okay. All right. Any more questions before we start our chicken? If you're late joining, we're making some blackened chicken. We season the chicken with this Kinder's blackened seasoning. I actually got the seasoning from Sprouts. It has no salt in it, so again, it allows us to be in control of how much sodium we're adding to the food. So, and y'all know I like to be mindful of that types of things. So, alrighty, our chicken has been cut into strips as well, so it'll make for a very quick cook process. This is going to be sitting here for about another 10 minutes. All right. I'm probably going to cook the chicken in batches because I do want it to get that nice char to it. So let me get something to put the done chicken in. All right. This is what we'll add our completed chicken in. We'll cook this chicken in batches. You can also, if you don't like chicken thighs, you can also do chicken breast. But I'm a chicken thigh girl. I really don't like chicken breast much because I feel like it gets dry too quickly. So I like to use chicken thighs. All right. We got our little station. We're going to let this pot get heated up. Kind of get it on some higher heat. I'm going to be using our handy dandy olive oil. We'll need to get some tongs. All right. So get that heated up. I'm kind of learning this machine more. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. I'm getting better with this cooktop. It's kind of confusing a little bit, but I'm learning. Okay. All right, I'm seeing smoke, so it's time. It's time. All right, so a little bit of olive oil. This pan is really good with the nonstick, so you don't need a ton of oil. So go ahead and make sure you spread the chicken out. You don't want to overcrowd the pan because we don't want the pan to cool down too much. Really want to be able to get a nice sear on our chicken. Not only is that going to make sure the chicken is very flavorful, but it's going to have a nice color to it. It's going to look pretty. And we always eat with our eyes, right? I don't think I answered telling y'all my answer about what you should look for in a personal trainer. No, I didn't. So the first thing I think I said was making sure that y'all like gel together, making sure that y'all are going to be able to get along. Of course, you want someone who is certified, who has like the credentials, because you do have to be certified to be a personal trainer. Honestly, most gyms require all trainers to be certified. So whether it's a private gym or even like a public gym like EOS or LA Fitness, all of the personal trainers that work there, they do have to have some type of certification. You can either get it through like a certification company, or you have, well, actually everybody has to be certified, but you can get a degree like in sports medicine and things of that nature, but you really only need like a certification. Does that make every trainer great just because they have a certification? No. I would always recommend that if you're going to work with a personal trainer, you should meet with them for a consultation and like a free trial workout. If the trainers don't give you a free workout, I'm sorry, that's kind of a red flag. Like, as a trainer, I don't necessarily want to work with everybody. I don't. And the longer I've been in this business, the more I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with having lower amounts of clients, less clients, if I have to have less turnover, less attitudes and things of that nature, because people are looking at me as a trainer to come and train them no matter what. They pay their money every month. They pay their money to come see me, and they're looking to get in a good workout. So no matter what's going on in my life, I got to show up. It's not the same as if I worked for a company. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? Oh, it smells good too. Look, this is why I said we're gonna cook it in batches because we want this chicken to look good. Y'all see that color? I keep forgetting to pick me up. Silicone wrapped tongs. I'll get them though. But yeah, I gotta show up no matter what. No matter what's going on. It's not a job where I can say, you know what, I'm calling off. I mean, thankfully, my ladies, if I do have to cancel sessions, they're very understanding, but that's because I'm not the trainer that's constantly canceling sessions. They can, I come to the gym more than they do, okay? It's more likely they're gonna cancel on me than me canceling on them. So you want someone who's professional, who's running their business like it's a business. Deliver me from the Cash App and Venmo trainers. They should like you want somebody who is treating their situation like a true business because you know that they're going to value you. They should at least. There's a higher possibility that they're going to value you and what you bring to their business. The fact that you're a loyal client or customer. If you are just, if somebody's just like, oh, just call me here or text me here, there's no process, there's no they don't have like any type of policies or anything. They don't have any type of structure to their program and their plans. Like that is a red flag. That's a red flag because they're probably in it for the money. I'm gonna be honest, especially if you're in a place where fitness is something that's very popular. Being a trainer can be a very lucrative job. So, and there are people who, because they have, the experience and they have the client testimonials, like they get a lot of people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're great trainers. They can know what they're doing. They can give you a good workout. To be perfectly honest, anybody can give you a good workout. To be perfectly honest, any trainer can help you lose weight. But is that trainer going to help you recognize the things that you need to do to maintain this lifestyle that you now created? Is that trainer teaching you, not just showing you or telling you what to do? Are they teaching you proper form, proper gym etiquette? Like, they're kind of explaining their process, letting you know why you do certain exercises. And I'll be honest, I don't go into every session or I don't tell my clients every muscle group that we're working, but like they also know they can ask me questions and I'll tell them, like, what's this working? Oh, we working our quads and glutes, or we working our lats, or we working our deltoids, we working at whatever, right? They should be able to tell you that. Your trainer should be able to make sure that you are exhibiting proper form. It shouldn't be a situation where your trainer is just throwing weight at you and you're just lifting all this heavy weight without proper form, where you can possibly not only not work the muscles that you're intending to work, you can get hurt that way. So anybody that's worked with me, they will tell you, I don't play that. I don't do that like sloppy form mess. I've been injured in the gym before and I don't want anybody to experience that. So, no. And the reason why I was injured was because I was told to do an exercise that I hadn't done a lot. Even though the weight was fine, my form wasn't. So, because it was a heavier weight and I had bad form, I messed up my back. And like at that point, like I wasn't in a place where I would have been okay with being out the gym for a long time. So I probably pushed myself to get back into the gym quicker than I should have. But you live and you learn. But the point is, you don't want a trainer who's even going to put you in that situation to begin with. Y'all, this chicken looks so good. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep it in here for just a few more minutes and we'll take it out. Let me taste one of these little bitty pieces. Oh, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, always do like some type of you always want to do some type of trial consultation, but you should get a free workout. The first workout should be free with the trainer. I'm sorry. That's wild to me that you would not make sure that not only this person wants to work with you, but you want to work with that person. Y'all know all money ain't good money. I've had some nightmares come through that gym door. All right. I don't want to add any more olive oil. So I'm going to use the spray. Ooh. All right. That's looking good. Make sure you kind of spread it out so everything is flat and sees the bottom, the surface. Okay, we'll just cook that. And then we'll have y'all liking the food. Y'all liking the food. So yeah, have a trial session. Make sure y'all get along. You get the good vibes. Make sure, you know, they answer your questions. They should be able to provide you with like they should be able to provide you with some type of nutritional guidance. Not every trainer is well versed in nutrition, but the best trainers are. So I'm sorry. This might cut out some people in their fitness business, but I don't care. I'm here to help y'all, not trainers, get business. If a trainer can't at least help you figure out the best food for you to eat, or the best, you know, your macros and amount of calories, and kind of help you develop some type of game plan when it comes to your nutrition, you don't need to work with that trainer. You don't need to work with that trainer, especially if you have very specific goals. If you're just looking for somebody to kind of give you workouts, fine, whatever. But like, you really could go to EOS, you can go to LA Fitness and work with one of their trainers. Most of them know what they're doing, and they're actually pretty decent. I've actually worked with trainers that started at like a LA Fitness or EOS. A lot of trainers have started their business that way, and then they might move to a private gym. So it's so many different ways, but your trainer really should be able to give you some type of nutritional guidance. They really should. Because if not, then it's just like, if they're not at least asking you about your nutrition, even if they don't offer nutrition coaching, if they're not at least trying to like talk to you about what you're eating and seeing what your habits are outside of the gym, then like 9 times out of 10, you just another payment for them. They don't care about what you're doing. And the worst thing in the world is to be with a trainer who really doesn't care about your health, because they can make you end up doing things that are not safe at all. So definitely be mindful. Of course, you want to take recommendations if you know people in the area. If people can give you some type of, you know, they've worked with somebody and they got, and it's not always about results, y'all. I want people to understand, like, because you will be amazed at what some of these trainers that have these crazy transformations on their pages. You'll be amazed at like the things that they're having their clients do to get these transformations. I told y'all, I was once on a bodybuilder's diet. Initially, that was not my goal. It ended up being my goal. I don't know if it's my goal anymore, but yeah, like bodybuilders, the way that bodybuilders eat, that is not sustainable. Thankfully, I know nutrition pretty well from my own personal experiences, and because it's something that interests me. I purposely did a lot of reading and did a lot of research to find out more things even before I got my certification. I did all of this because I wanted to know about nutrition, because I was also doing a meal prep company. So I wanted to be able to speak to nutrition to be able to help people. And I actually started the nutrition coaching certification before becoming a certified personal trainer, because that was more important to me than like anything else. Nutrition has always been important. So Don't focus too much on someone's transformations that they have on their page. You don't know what they did with their clients to make them get there. You don't know the amount of time that it took to get there to that place. Don't go into a situation telling the trainer you want to lose 20 pounds by or 50 pounds in 3 months, something crazy, ridiculous number. They can get you there. Can you lose 50 pounds in 3 months? Very unhealthy. Maybe not 50. I'll say about 30 to 40. Maybe not 50. That's a lot. That's a lot. Unless you like really big. Y'all, this chicken looks so good. All right, we're going to take this out. Then we're going to make our last batch. And then once our last batch is done, I'm going to check out our Jollof. Or look, I'm about to say Jollof. I'm going to check out our rice. Okay, I'm going to go get me a silicone tong because, y'all, I am so scared. Okay, let's get these little pieces. I like stuff like this. All right, last batch. And then we're almost done. I'm hungry. My head hurts. My head hurts. All right. Spread this out. Oh, this looks so good, y'all. It smells so good. This is a nice, easy meal. Yes, it does take some work to prep the veggies, but it's going to be good. And it's going to give us a different little flavor. Yvette says, I'm all for a personal trainer. It's so worth it. I definitely believe it is. And not just because I'm a personal trainer. I believe in having a trainer for myself too. So I had to check that chicken, make sure it's done, y'all. I don't want to feed y'all raw chicken. Yes, nutrition comes first. Nutrition comes first no matter what your goals are. No matter what your goals are. If you want to gain muscle mass, because I know of a lot of people, their goal is not to lose weight. There are a lot of people who want to gain weight. They're naturally small, and so they want to be bigger and have more shape and structure to their bodies. So at that point, their goal is to gain muscle mass. Yes, muscle mass, because you can gain weight, but you can also gain weight in a very unhealthy way, just like you can lose weight in a very unhealthy way. So you definitely want to make sure that you're eating specific to your goals, which is going to be best for your health overall. Oh, baby. Talk about blackened chicken, okay? This is what blackened chicken is supposed to look like. Look at this. We are almost done, y'all. Then we're going to plate. Oh, my child should be coming home soon. All right. Flipping the chicken. It definitely benefits us to flip this chicken like this. That's how you're going to make sure you get the good color. If you're constantly letting it move around, it's not going to get the good color. And then the flavor is not going to be as strong either because it's not just about color. That helps with the flavor as well. It's a whole scientific process. It's a word. I don't know what the word is. I forget. One of my favorite YouTube cooks, she talks about it a lot. All right, I'm going to cut up a little bit of parsley for garnish. I would have rather actually used green peppers, but I didn't, or not green peppers, green onions, but I didn't have any more. I'm out. Even though I just made green seasoning. So I don't understand how those, I had some green peppers or green onions and they went bad. I don't know what happened. I should have wrapped them in wet paper towels like I did my parsley. This parsley has lasted me like for days. I'm telling y'all. They say you can also put like your vegetables, your herbs and stuff in some water too. That'll help keep them. If you not sure if y'all are on Instagram, but yesterday I went live on Instagram. I cooked up oh, we got a friend in here. I'm very upset. My PT did my monthly scan. I lost 15 pounds of fat and gained 11 pounds of muscle, but my overall weight went up 6 pounds from last month. So, Real Bravado Network, first of all, shout out to you. Thank you for joining. If y'all haven't already, please check out Real Bravado Network. He's also a content creator here on YouTube. Um, Huge supporter of the channel. We really appreciate him. So, earlier in my stream, not sure if you missed it, but earlier in my stream, I actually talked about the scale. And because I'm talking about my fitness pet peeves, and one of them is the over reliance of on the scale. Now, I totally understand you wanting that number to go down. However, you're a man. So, y'all are going to have a lot more muscle on your body. That's number one. And number two, your weight is going to look different than it would be. Let's say for kicks and giggles, you 250, right? 250 on a man is going to look very different from 250 on a woman. And the fact that you are able to recompose your body, which basically is the fact that you have lost body fat but gained muscle, like as you'll start to see the scale move in a different direction, especially once your body fat really starts to reduce. You'll be happy that you had moments where you lost 15 pounds of body fat and gained 11 pounds of muscle. That's huge. So shout out to you. Congratulations. Don't be upset with yourself about the scale. It's just a tool to track your progress, but it is not the only tool. If you lost body fat, then and gain muscle, because muscle is more dense than fat. Muscle takes up less space than fat. Don't say muscle weighs more than fat. No, it don't. A pound is a pound is a pound. The reality is a pound of fat looks vastly different than a pound of muscle. A pound of muscle will probably be about this big, as opposed to a pound of fat probably being twice the size of that. So, just know that you are recomposing your body. And that's actually a phenomenon that happens a lot with people when they are like starting a fitness journey. It's harder to, lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time. Oh, you scared me. Hello. Hi. It's harder to lose muscle and gain body fat at the same time as you get lower in body fat. All right, let's check our rice, y'all. Ooh. Oh, I wish I had the camera to show y'all this. Oh, this looks so good, y'all. And it smells. What was that? Oh, Max crying. All right. I'm going to move this and bring this over here so y'all can see our rice. Doesn't it look delicious? Just fluffing it up. All right. So I'm going to plate. It is time to plate. It's time to eat. We need something to put our rice in. All right, here we go. We're going to have a nice little mound of rice. Y'all know I like to plate up everything so nice and cute for y'all. All right. So I got a bowl that I wet. Now I'm just going to add in my rice. We're going to make a nice big portion. And me and my daughter can share it. I'll start eating it and she can finish. All right. So here we go. Ooh. Yes. So we have our little mound of rice. Our mound of rice. And then I'm going to add in some chicken around the rice. Oh my God. I'm ready. Y'all, I'm hungry. What does Real Bravado Network say? Yeah, a brother more than 250. That is okay. You are working on your fitness. So we are not going to be too concerned about the scale. You're going to get there. I am confident that you are going to reach your goals. All right. Little parsley. All right. Yes. This is beautiful. This is a nice little different meal. All right. Let me get things together. Let me wash my hands and then I'm going to show y'all the final product. Our seasoned vegetable rice with blackened chicken. All right. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Okay. Here we go. Here is our seasoned vegetable rice with our blackened chicken. We made it from scratch together here on Fitness Friday. Yay. Looks amazing. It's giving jollof rice vibes. It's giving jollof rice. But it is not traditional jollof rice. Please do not come for me if you live in or if your family is from Ghana or Nigeria or anywhere in West Africa. We know it's not traditional jollof, okay? We just wanted to get those flavors without all the extra steps. All right. I'm going to take a picture and a video. Let's see. What you say?
I'll take the picture for you.
Okay. Wait, what's that?
It's a portrait.
Oh, that's new. Real Bravado Network says it's hard to believe I'm almost 90 pounds more than because I don't look that heavy, but I feel it. My goal is 250 by the end of the year. You gonna make it, bro. Oh, we gotta hold on, because I got a donation. Yes, from Real Bravado Network. $25 for a fire-looking meal. Thank you so much, Real Bravado Network, for the $25 Cash App donation. Excuse me. Okay. Get us 2 forks. I forgot to get forks. Get us forks, and then we're going to try the food. All right. I'm so happy it's Friday, y'all. This week has been rough. You get you a fork? Oh, okay. Oh, this looks so good. And it's really different. I know, right? You laughing at me? Oh, look at there. Look at all them vegetables. Okay. It has broccoli. It has sweet peppers, onions, peas and carrots, garlic. Okay, come on. Have some. You got to get some rice and some chicken. You ready?
Yeah.
It was hot. It's good. Sometimes when I taste the food, I forget that fast that I'm on camera. And I instantly want to go back and get another bite because it's good. What do you think?
It's okay. No, I'm joking. It's good.
The chicken is not spicy. The rice is not spicy, actually. I did add in. Oh wait, I taste a little kick of the chicken. You like the chicken? Chicken's really good too. This blackened seasoning, make sure y'all check this out because this is what we mainly season the chicken with. Make sure y'all check that out. No salt. Then we added our own salt, green seasoning, all of that. So we're done, y'all. Fitness Friday is over. I hope y'all enjoyed Fitness Friday. Thank y'all so much for all the questions. Y'all actually asked some really good questions. We had some great discussion. I hope y'all learned something. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I will be back on Sunday. And you heard it here first. I think I'm going to stream on Monday because I want to talk about Love is Blind. Love is Blind season finale came out today on Netflix, so make sure y'all watch it. Because we talked about it the other day, if you haven't watched the whole season, go ahead and binge watch it this whole weekend. And then they're having a live reunion. See, she keep eating it. They're having a live reunion on Sunday. So I'm going to come on Monday with my reaction to everything. And we can really talk about the season. All right. But on Sunday, we're going to have brunch. I'll announce what we'll be doing tomorrow. Thank y'all again so much for spending y'all Friday afternoon with me. Shout out to Real Bravado Network. He's the stream sponsor. So I'll add him in so everyone can see in our next stream. I appreciate y'all. We are growing, y'all. I am over 750 watch hours. So we are getting closer and closer to that watch hour requirement. I need 4,000 watch hours. So in almost 2 months or a little bit less than 2 months. No, wait, I'm sorry. Less than 3 months, we'll probably hit 1,000. So thank y'all again. I'll see y'all next time.